In the previous video, I wanted to make this wall so that it was the proper height, and I wasn't able to. I was getting an error message of it wasn't allowing me to make the wall total height of it, where I wanted this. Let's go back. I'll just drag this over here. That changes this guy. So I wanted this wall. There's three parts of this wall. There's this part, which is brick on both sides with concrete in the middle. Then there's concrete with brick on one side. And then there's just simple concrete with no brick. And I was having trouble making I modified this wall to the proper height. And then I was trying to make it so that these dimensions were working. And let's see, 1 foot, 9 foot, 3.5, I think it was. And then that should be 4 inches. So I just clicked something that's slightly wrong. But anyway, 9 foot, 3.5 and 4 inches is what those dimensions are supposed to be. I simply selected something incorrectly. But anyway, so here I have the wall. It's the right height. I have all of these component dimensions in here, and I want to make it to those elevation heights. And every time I added it together or changed the properties here to these properties, let's do that. Just take a look at it. Edit the type. When I changed the properties to there, I knew the variable would have to be 4 inches tall. And it was saying it can't make the wall. And I said, I don't understand why there's an issue here. And the issue was that there are more than one wall that has this. And I hadn't raised all of the other walls. So when we click on this wall, for example, and say, select all instances visible in view, well, there's this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one are all the same wall. And I hadn't raised the other walls. So what I was doing was I had a height that in my properties of these three, and when you added those three heights together, they were greater than the actual height of these other walls, which I didn't look at in the project. So there is an error. It was telling me I couldn't make that wall, and I was confused as to why I couldn't. And the reason it couldn't is that, yes, this wall that I was looking at was stretched up to the proper height, but all of the other walls, if we go and take a look over here, these walls were not stretched up to the proper height. So Revit was trying to put the total height of this wall into these walls, which didn't equal that height. So we had 9 foot 3.5 plus 4, 9 foot 7.5, 10 foot 7.5. So I had 10 foot 7.5 inches of pieces, and I was trying to put that in a 10 foot 4 inch height wall, because it wasn't just this wall, but it was these other walls as well. That was the problem. So I got an error message, and I was a little confused. And now I know. Take a look at, make sure that you pay attention to all of the walls that have that need to have these dimensions, heights of these components, and make sure that all of the walls that you've created actually satisfy the height requirement. So that was the solution to that.